Leadoff double from Embry-Riddle here in the bottom half of the inning from Colin Mastromoro has got a runner in scoring position for the Eagles. So the 0-2 pitch to Bullen. This one blooped into the same spot, and it'll result in another base hit. So the Eagles quickly tie the game up at 1. Back-to-back base hits to start off the game for each team, and the scoreboard reads 1 run apiece. So sorry for the audio issues that have now been fixed. We'll give you what happened in the top of the first. Javi Soto started it off with a strikeout. Braden Woodburn with a double down the right field line, then a single brought him in from Gunnett Carlson, and 2 pop-outs ended the inning. So the Eagles start off almost the exact same way, a double down the right field line from Colin Mastromoro, then a single from Cole Bullen, and that is where we are now. 1-1 in inning number 1 between the Spartans and the Eagles. So Robert Satin has given up just his second earned run of the season, with Mastromoro coming around to score. The junior out of Tampa, Florida, had thrown 44 innings, just 1 earned run for a 0.2 ERA. The Eagles get to him early with back-to-back base hits, and now Aiden Korn ahead in the count, 2-0. So 3 consecutive balls now to the Eagles' right fielder. We'll see if he is given the green light, as the blue and gold have had the perfect response here in the bottom of inning number 1. That pitch does find the strike zone. So Satin has only walked 5 batters this season, a 62-5 strikeout to walk ratio, and they'll get Korn to pop up to center field, and the straightaway center catch is made by Soto. So we'll go through the Eagles lineup for the first 3 hitters have gone by: Mastromoro, Bullen, and Korn. And then it is Drew Clymer, Malachi Pena, and Torin Foley, followed by Jack Bile, Max McCluskey, and Francisco Feliciano to round out the lineup. We'll throw over to first to check on Bullen. The catcher has got some good foot speed. 8 stolen bases already for him this season. This one taken towards left field, coming in a few steps and making the catch is Jake Books. So 2 away now after the Eagles have started the game off with 2 consecutive hits. And it'll be Malachi Pena now stepping into the box. Pena in his 15th start of the season is hitting .296, 16 for 54 this year. And Bullen does take off on the first pitch of the AB, and he is in there safely. Great work there from the Eagles catcher. The count now 0-1. The crowd continuing to trickle in on what is preview day here in Daytona Beach, as the next group of future Eagles is welcome to campus. It's also the 100th anniversary of Embry-Riddle this weekend, so all sorts of festivities, including this baseball game on tap this weekend. A nice night out at the park. 77 degrees and sunny, the forecast right now. And the pitch in there for strike 3 to Malachi Pena. So the score stays 1-1. Mastromoro and Bullen combined to tie the game at 1 in the first inning, and we'll head to the second all even.
Tonight's Embry-Riddle baseball action is brought to you by Tijuana Flats. Fuel your game day with bold Tex-Mex flavor. Try one of their many specials, which include Taco Tuesday with your favorite 2 tacos starting at $7.99 and Burrito Thursday starting at just $8.99. Swing by Tijuana Flats before and after the game. Proud sponsor of Embry-Riddle baseball. And fans, head to the concession stand to get your $2 Ormond Brewing craft beer. That's right, only $2 while supplies last. Leading off the top of the inning and batting 6th, first baseman number 6, Walker Vanacek.
So Walker Vanacek will lead off the second inning as each team has 1 run on 2 hits to begin the contest. The Spartans bringing in a 23-4 overall record this season. They have won all 9 of their conference games. The Eagles 12-13 to begin the season. They are in 4th place in the SSC. They are 5-4. So almost every team in the league has played 12 games except for the Eagles and Spartans, as they have been on bye already in this 2026 campaign. But a 3-game series this weekend. This is game 1. Be 2 games tomorrow, scheduled for 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. back here at Sliwa Stadium. And the 1-2 pitch away for ball 2. So the Tampa lineup looks a little bit like this. It was Javi Soto, Braden Woodburn, Gunnett Carlson that got the evening started for us, followed by Joander Irigoyen, Jake Books, Walker Vanacek up now, then Luke Ficker, Jesse Ponce, and Jack Martinez rounding out the lineup. So Vanacek hitting .279. He is 24 for 86 on the season. And the count 2-2. Now it goes full with Marsiglio out on the mound for the Eagles. He has turned into the every Friday night starter. Just a freshman, but has got off to a great start. And there is ball 4, narrowly misses outside, and Vanacek, the leadoff batter, reaches base. The Eagles are on the field. It'll be Malachi Pena at first base, holding on Vanacek. Mastromoro to his right, then Francisco Feliciano at short, McCluskey at third, and left to right across the outfield, Torrin Foley, Jack Bile, and Aiden Korn. So the first pitch, he'll take off, and the throw is in plenty of time from Bullen. Vanacek looking for just his 2nd stolen base of the season, and he's going to have to wait for that one, as Bullen, with a great throw down to second, Mastromoro applies the tag, and all of a sudden the bases are empty with 1 away. Tampa this season as a team have been aggressive on the base paths. 48 for 53 on stolen base attempts. But now 48 for 54 in the count, 0-2. Pitch hit out towards right field, a couple steps to his right, and Aiden Korn has got an easy grab for the second out of the inning. So it'll be Jesse Ponce now, the infielder, coming over from Texas.
Batting eighth and shortstop, number 44, Jesse Ponce.
In his third year of collegiate baseball, Ponce at his third different school. Went to Northern Oklahoma and UTSA before ending up this season wearing the red and black with the Spartans. He has hit .250, playing shortstop, perfect 20 for 80. And now he gets his 21st hit of the season on that pitch there.
Third baseman number 4, Jack Martinez.
And it'll be Jack Martinez, the last Spartan, before we head back to the top of the order. So Ponce, 3 for 3 on stolen bases this season. We'll see if he is given the green light from Coach Joe Urso over at third base. This one hit on the edge of the infield. Mastromoro takes a couple steps back and watches that one into his glove. So a clean inning there for Marsiglio. They leave just one runner on base, and the score stays tied at 1.
Leading off the bottom of the second inning. And batting sixth, left fielder, number 19, Torrin Foley.
So 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Eagles. Torrin Foley, right now the first pitch he sees chopped towards Ponce. A nice pick out of the dirt, and the throw on line for the first out of the inning. Great play there by the shortstop, charging in, fielding it cleanly for out number 1, and quickly on to the center fielder, Bile.
Center fielder number 18, Jack Bile.
Bile hitting .239 this season. Bile, the sophomore out of Sellersburg, Indiana. in his 14th start of the season. The 1-0 pitch fouled straight back. Now 1-1. So Joander Irigoyen behind the plate. Walker Vanacek at first. And Luke Fiker up the middle with Ponce, who just made that last play. Jack Martinez at third, and it's hit towards Ponce once again. He'll bobble it a little bit, and the throw is not in time. So base hit that time for the Eagles, and Bile reaches base.
Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 4, Max McCluskey.
So an infield single there for Bile. And now McCluskey will step into the box. The Eagles going with 9 right-handed hitters. Cole Bullen, a switch hitter, so he will go into the left-handed side of the plate on occasion. But everybody else coming from the same side of McCluskey. Now due up. Neither pitcher able to go 3 up and 3 down yet this evening. As another chopper towards short. They'll look to end the inning with a double play and not able to finish it off with the catch. The throw from Fiker looked to be a little bit short, and unable to pick it out of the ground was Vanacek. So there's now 2 away, but another runner on first base. It'll be McCluskey standing over there this time with Francisco Feliciano now due up. First pitch he sees hit towards short, so 4 batters came up to bat. All 4 of them hit it towards Ponce at shortstop, and he makes enough plays to get the Spartans out of the second inning, and we stay tied at 1.
Tonight's lucky row is going home with a special prize, and it's row number 4. Congratulations, you're all going home with some Embry-Riddle merchandise. Go Eagles! Eagle Landing Apartments is proud to be the official sponsor of Elevation Nation and the official Embry-Riddle student tailgate all season long. With close proximity to campus and a brand new state-of-the-art flight simulator, make Eagle Landing Apartments your home today. Fans, Papa John's Pizza is a proud sponsor of Embry-Riddle baseball. Papa John's Pizza, better ingredients, better pizza. And fans, there's only one more inning until you can get your $4 shot top beer during the 4th while supplies last. Head to concessions and get yours today. Leading off the top of the 3rd inning, center fielder Javier Soto.
So into inning number 3, 1 run on 3 hits for each team. And Marsiglio finds the zone for strike 1, and a quick word to Braden Woodburn on deck to move back towards the on-deck circle before pitch number 2 of the AB, and that misses for ball 1. So back to the top of the order for the Spartans. Javi Soto, who struck out his first time up to bat, will have a second chance at the Eagles freshman, and this one hit right back towards him. He'll have to throw it towards first, and the throw in time to get the first out. So now it's Woodburn who got the scoring started. A double down the right field line for him before a single by Carlson right behind him brought him in to score. The Eagles with an immediate answer. Just 2 batters into the game when they tied it at 1, and that is where we still are. So for Woodburn, he leads the team with 5 home runs, got underneath of this one, but not much on it. And Malachi Pena drifts over to make the grab quickly. 2 away in inning number 3 for Marsiglio. The Eagles freshman who has got a 4.8 ERA coming into the game has gone through 2 2/3, having only thrown 28 pitches. He's faced 11 batters, less than 3 pitches per at bat right now. Combination of him finding the strike zone early and often, as well as a aggressive lineup from Tampa. So of those 28 pitches, 21 of them have found the strike zone, 75%. Not to be outdone by Satin on the mound. 78% of his pitches have found the zone. So the Eagles have got a great pitching staff. This is their 3rd game of the week. They only gave up 2 runs on Tuesday to Edward Waters, and they only gave up 1 run on Wednesday to Georgia Southwestern. So they've now played 20 innings of baseball this week, giving up just 4 runs as a team. They scored 9 on Tuesday, 6 in the home game on Wednesday. Grabbed an early run here tonight. The 2-2 pitch on the way to Carlson. It runs the count full. Marsiglio with 1 walk and 1 strikeout so far tonight. And this one hit out towards right field. That one will force Korn to track back, and he's going to run out of room. Gun it, Carlson. Put the Spartans ahead in the top of the 1st, and now he puts them back in front with a solo shot there for Carlson. Takes that one out towards the flagpoles.
The catcher, Joanne Irigoyen.
The Spartans now take a 2-1 lead. So Carlson's 3rd home run of the season. And all of a sudden, Tampa leads at 2-1. Marsiglio cruising along, gets the first 2 batters sat down in order. And then 1 missed location puts the Spartans back in front, but he gets the 3rd out following that home run as Torin Foley makes the grab in left field. So the Eagles have got some more work to do. They'll come up to bat in the bottom of the 3rd, trailing 2-1.
introducing the cash machine at Daytona Kia. It's the Daytona Kia tent sale. When the tents come up, the prices come down. We're giving away up to $100,000 in cash. Bad credit? Approved. Negative equity? Approved. Payments from $199 per month. $3,000 for any trade, push, pull, or drag it in. No payments until February. Don't miss it. Daytona Kia.
Leading off the bottom of the third inning, second baseman, Colin Mastromaro.
So the Eagles back to the top of their order. Colin Mastromaro, Cole Bullen, and Aiden Korn. The three due up. It worked well last time when they put one across in the bottom of inning number 1. It got started by a double from Mastromaro, then a single from Bullen. Mastromaro's next AB ends up jammed and pops out towards center field.
The catcher, Cole
So
Bullen.
now the Eagles catcher Cole Bullen in his first season with the blue and gold, a transfer out of the SEC, where he spent last season on the roster for the University of Florida. And he stays in the Sunshine State. Comes down to Daytona Beach for the 2026 season, and the first pitch he sees is hit towards right field for the second out.
Aiden Korn.
So only 3 pitches this inning for Satin, and he's already got 2 outs. And now it'll be Aiden Korn who will try to keep the inning alive. The Spartans with a 2-out home run in the top of the inning. Korn swings the first pitch he sees, and the throw is low but in time to get Korn. And it only takes 4 pitches to get out of the inning, and the Eagles now back out on the field to start inning number 4.
We're going to see if they can get 3 right tonight to go home with the prize. Are you guys ready? All right. Hey, batter, batter. Swing. Swing is right. Next. Hit it out of the park. Yep, one more for the win. Swing to the bench. Yes, that's 3 for 3. Thanks, everybody. They're going home with a good prize tonight. Make some noise.
Partners of BSN Sports, the largest provider of team sports equipment and apparel in the country, would like to thank all coaches on the field and in the crowd today. While BSN Sports is the best at equipping athletes, coaches are the best at equipping lives, and that's the real final score. Learn more at bsnsports.com. And stay connected with Embry-Riddle Athletics all season long by searching Embry-Riddle Athletics on Facebook and TikTok, by following us on X and Instagram at ERAU Athletics. Fans, if you'd like to purchase snacks and refreshments for tonight's game, please visit the concession stand, which is located behind the Embry-Riddle dugout. Kids stick around post-game to run the bases. We'll meet over by the Embry-Riddle dugout on the third base line.
So Marsiglio got a short rest, and now back to finding the strike zone on the first pitch. And the next misses to Jake Books. 1-1 the count to the Spartans left fielder. That one misses for ball 2. So Books is 28 for 89, hitting .315 so far this season. 6 of the 9 Spartan hitters hitting over 300. Woodburn leads the team, at least the players in the lineup, hitting 400. It's Jordan Evans, who's not in the lineup today, leading the team on the season with a .405 batting average. Now the 3-2 pitch is fouled off. So neither pitcher throwing a ton of pitches so far tonight. Marsiglio needing 36 to get through 3 innings. Satin throwing just 25 across the first 3. But the Eagles being made to work this at bat after consecutive foul balls from Books. Books, Vanacek, and then Fiker. And again, Books fouling him off to the left and the right-hand side. This one inside, so Books fouled off every pitch that was in the zone, and eventually ball 4 is thrown his way. And the leadoff batter reaching base for the Spartans. With runners on base, Tampa 1 for 4 this evening. Vanacek, the only other player to have been walked this afternoon. Marsiglio, just 2 walks this evening. And Books 4 for 4 on stolen bases. We'll wait to see if Jordan Evans makes an appearance for this Tampa team, as he leads the ball club in a number of categories, including batting average, doubles, triples, RBIs, stolen bases. The 2-0 breaking ball finds the zone. Now throw over to check on Books. The Spartans tried 1 stolen base earlier this evening, but caught stealing by Cole Bullen. And that was Vanacek, who is caught stealing up to bat right now. Consecutive pickoffs keep the count at 2-1. Check swing ruled to have gone around was Vanacek, so now another 2-strike count for Marsiglio. The freshman's season high is 7 strikeouts. That came against Georgia College when he went 6 2/3, giving up just 3 runs. This one fouled away towards the batting cages behind the Spartans dugout. Tampa's last game coming against Warner, the NAIA school, where the Spartans won 11-7 on Monday night, following a sweep of Palm Beach Atlantic, and now back-to-back walks to start the inning. The Eagles dugout not liking the call of that pitch, missing the zone. Marsiglio has got some danger to work himself through. So the corner is coming in for the Eagles, expecting a bunt potentially from Fiker. He does square around, and a good bunt laid down. The only play is going to be at first. The throw is not going to be on line, and it'll work down the right field line. Corn has to come all the way in to grab it, and the throw will go towards third. So 2 runs come in to score on the bunt. Not what Fiker meant to do when he told him to advance the runners on a bunt. He advanced them all the way around the diamond, and he ends up at third base. All of a sudden, the 2-1 game becomes 4-1. The throw from Marsiglio was to Mastromora, the second baseman, to cover first base a little bit away from him, and he couldn't make the grab without colliding with Fiker. And the ball goes all the way into shallow right field after ricocheting off the wall. Both runners in to score, and now Fiker, who ended up at third, will be in to score after the first pitch. Swing from Jesse Ponce. The ball bobbled in the outfield, and now he'll end up at third base. A couple of misplayed balls from Embry-Riddle, and that is how quickly an inning and a game can change. It takes just 2 pitches for the game to go from 2-1 to 5-1.
Third baseman Jack Martinez.
Ponce takes Fiker's spot all the way at third base. And still nobody out in the top of the 4th. So Ponce given credit for a triple into right center. Fiker comes around to score on what was an unearned run because he reached via an error, as were the runs to Vanacek and Books. Now the 1-2 pitch, and this one hit towards Feliciano at short. The long throw will bounce it across and get the first out of the inning, but an RBI ground out scores Ponce from Martinez, and they tack on their 4th run of the inning to make it 6-1.
Return to the top of the lineup for Javier Soto.
We'll go back to the top of the order now. Javi Soto. Then Braden Woodburn on deck. So in their last conference series, Tampa scored at least 11 runs in all 3 games. The final scores 12-3, 12-0, and 11-3 against Palm Beach Atlantic. Currently ranked number 2 in the country. Mentioned their 23-4 record. 2 of those losses came to Georgia Southwestern when they lost 2-1. 2 times to the Hurricanes, which the Eagles did beat here on Wednesday night by a score of 6-1. So another grounder to Feliciano, and he's got the second out of the inning. Credit to Marsiglio, not getting frustrated in the inning after a couple of misplayed balls. Keeps his concentration and gets 2 outs. So 6 runs have come across the score. 3 of them have been unearned. This one hit towards third is going to be fair. A long throw and a great play to end the inning by Max McCluskey. So the Eagles get out of the inning with consecutive ground outs, and now they'll grab the bats, trailing it 6-1.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
The designated hitter, Drew Clymer.
So the first pitch in the bottom of the 4th, taken back up the middle by Drew Clymer. And the Eagles continue a nice response after falling behind 6-1. 3 consecutive groundouts and then a base hit on the first pitch of the inning. They have now got their 4th base hit of the evening, and it'll be Malachi Pena to step into the box. The Eagles' first baseman watches ball 1 go by. Now Pena fouls that one off. It may stay in play. A long run and ruled to be just foul. A great effort there by the Spartans right fielder Braden Woodburn. A similar spot where Master Moro's double landed, but just a couple inches on the opposite side of the foul line. So a busy weekend here in Daytona Beach. Mentioned this is game 1 of 3 games between these two schools. They also will play as Malachi Pena's grounder towards third and Martinez unable to field it cleanly. So all of a sudden 2 runners on base and still nobody out in the bottom of the 4th. That'll bring up Torrin Foley. The Eagles and Spartans will also play in men's lacrosse tomorrow afternoon. The opening face-off of that game scheduled for noon. The softball teams of these two schools also in action right now. They're in the bottom of the 5th inning. A pitcher's duel over in Tampa on the west coast of the state. That score currently 1-0. Each team has only recorded 1 hit in that game so far. It's been the opposite to begin the baseball game. 7 runs on 10 hits. And a chance for more as the Eagles have got 2 runners on base. And Foley swings through that one and now behind 0-2. for Foley this season, hitting .255. The pitch from Satin gets the Eagles' left fielder down on strikes. So for Satin, his second strikeout of the evening. And now Jack Bile, who got a base hit in his only plate appearance so far, when he singled to short. Bile with 7 RBIs this season. And a base hit could score Clymer, who's at second. Malachi Pena 90 feet behind him at first. The 0-1 pitch sharply hit into the netting above the Spartan dugout. Another 0-2 count, this time to Bile, and a good eye there to watch ball 1 go by. So Satin, similar to Cole Bullen, spent last season at the University of Florida, one of many Division I transfers on this Spartan roster. Plenty of players coming out of the ACC, including players from Miami, Clemson, Virginia Tech. 3 different ACC schools all meeting up here in Tampa. And the strike 3 is a drop third strike with the runners on base. It'll send Bile back to the dugout. The third of the game for Satin, and now Max McCluskey. So a single from Clymer before Pena reached on an error. But the 2 Eagles haven't had a chance to move up after consecutive strikeouts. McCluskey reached on a fielder's choice in his first AB of the contest. He's now behind 0-2. So Satin at the University of Florida made 10 appearances for the Gators out of their bullpen. He has started every appearance so far this season for the Spartans. Was even given the opportunity to pitch in postseason play for the Gators. He pitched in the regional against Oklahoma State, going 2/3 of an inning and not giving up a run. So now McCluskey continues to battle. The count stays 0-2 after that last foul ball. 2 on, 2 away, and 3 consecutive strikeouts for Satin after 2 Eagles reach base, and the score stays Tampa 6, Embry-Riddle 1.
Champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II. where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Number 0, Gunnar Carlson.
So now it'll be Gunnett Carlson. The lefty is 2 for 2 so far today, singled in the first, and then a solo home run in the third, hit right towards the flagpoles out in right field. Marsiglio starts it off with a strike, and then the count goes even at 1-1. Marsiglio was born in Tampa, calls Lando Lakes, Florida, his hometown. Is welcoming the challenge of facing this Spartan team this afternoon into the evening. The Friday Night Lights promotion drawing a nice crowd. It's also youth night here in Daytona Beach. Plenty of baseball players from around the community in attendance. They were able to walk out onto the field with the players during the national anthem. And they have been treated to a good game so far. 5 hits for each team, but Tampa getting 4 runs in the last inning to extend their lead out to 5. The count now full to Carlson, and next pitch outside for ball 4. So Carlson's now reached base all 3 times up to the dish. The next batter will be Irigoyen. Irigoyen with 2 pop-outs. Flew out to right in the first, and then to the left side in the third. So as a team, Tampa hitting 5 for 17. It's a .294 average. 2 for 7 with runners on base. So with 5 hits as a team, 4 of them have come from Carlson and Ponce. 2 of them each 2 for 2. The only other base hit coming from Braden Woodburn, who was 1 for 3. The 2-1 breaking ball doesn't break enough to catch the inside part of the plate. Ball 3. The Embry-Riddle women's tennis team in attendance after their game earlier this afternoon just finished up. They started at 3 o'clock against Hillsborough, and they'll be back in action again tomorrow when they take on Franklin Pierce at 10 a.m. Count now goes full to Irigoyen, and back-to-back walks to start inning number 5. So patient at the plate are the Spartans. Marsiglio's throwing some strikes, but they continue to foul pitches off until They work themselves a walk, and now a mound visit from Coach Dave Thurno is in order. The Eagles bullpen in action. And they will make the call to the bullpen. So Marsiglia goes 4+ innings in game 1 of the series against the Spartans. And we will bring you all of the information about this new pitcher when we return from the break.
Taking on for your Eagles, right-hand pitcher number 10, Newt Rocky.
So out of the bullpen for Embry-Riddle is Newt Rocky. And the right-hander out of Port Orange, Florida, begins the AB with a strike. It's Jake Books due up right now with 2 on, and the Eagles looking for their first out of the inning. Newt out of Spruce Creek High School, a great baseball team up the road. Eagles have had plenty of success with players out of Spruce Creek over the years. Also have got CJ Aspill on the team from Spruce Creek. Joe Balsam, the all-time leader in saves for this Embry-Riddle program, played at Spruce Creek, as have many, many others. So Newt this season making his 3rd appearance. Has gone 2 innings, given up 2 runs. And now the 2-2 pitch, and he gets the big-time first out for the 5th inning. Books heads back to the dugout, and now Walker Vanacek,
First baseman Walker,
who has been a tough out so far tonight, has worked himself 2 walks. And there is another strike from Rocky. Rocky, the redshirt junior. And now ahead 0-2 on the first baseman. So Rocky made 5 appearances out of the bullpen last season. 6 1/3 innings of work. And this one hit towards left field, and it is right at Torrin Foley. Never had to take more than a couple steps to make the grab. And after 2 Spartans reach base to start the inning, Rocky comes in and gets consecutive outs for Luke Fiker to be the next Spartan due up. Flew out to right field in the second and then reached on an error in the fourth. Tried to lay down a bunt with 2 on and nobody out. He got the bunt down. The Eagles couldn't get the throw to first on target. And he ended up scoring 2 runs off of the bunt. And Fiker ended up at third base. But with already 2 outs in the inning, Fiker will swing away this time. But the first 2 pitches to him have missed the zone. That one, ball 3. Bullen able to keep the runners where they are with that stop. Bullen did not appear in any games for UF last season, but prior to joining the Gators, Bullen spent 3 years at the College of Central Florida. Played in 95 games for them, where he slashed .306, .431, and .460 in 291 at-bats. This one hit out towards left field again. Foley coming in, loses the hat, but didn't lose the ball, and he gets the 3rd out of the inning. So we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. 9-1-2 due up. Feliciano, Mastromoro, and Bullen when we come back from the break.
Leading off the half inning is the shortstop, Francisco Feliciano.
So the first pitch to Feliciano is outside from Satin. Feliciano hitting .392 this season. 29 for 74, has got 3 doubles and a pair of triples. And now behind 1 and 2. The Eagles with 1 run on 5 hits. The Spartans also with 5 hits, but have been walked 5 times as well. The Eagles had 2 runners on base last inning to start it off, but 3 consecutive strikeouts left them stranded, and now it's 4 outs in a row via the K for Satin, as he will cycle back to the top of the Eagle order for the 3rd time through. It'll be Master Morrow who leads the team in both batting average and on-base percentage. A .405 average and a .537 OBP for the second baseman, and that one inside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch in the dirt for ball 2. So Master Morrow doubled to lead off the game in the 1st inning before coming around to score the very next at-bat as Bolin had an RBI single. Then he flew out to center field back in the 3rd inning. 2-1 pitch taken into right center field. So there's the second base hit of the game for Master Morrow. It's going to get past Soto, and he'll take another base. Over there to second is the Eagles' second baseman. Great work there to be aware of Soto misplaying the ball and making him pay for the mistake. Would have been a close play at second had he made the play, but there was no play at all once he bobbled it. And another runner in scoring position for Embry-Riddle. The Eagles have had a base runner in 4 of the 5 innings now. The 0-1 pitch on the way to Bullen. It misses for ball 1. Bullen's best game of the season coming against Valdosta State when he went 3 for 5, and now a wild pitch is going to move Master Morrow up to third base. So now just 90 feet away from Master Morrow scoring his 2nd run of the night. Going back to that game for Bullen against Valdosta State, 3 for 5 with 3 runs scored, including a double and an RBI. This one chopped. It'll stay fair at least momentarily, and then nice work there by Satin to grab it as soon as it did roll foul. So the count now at a 2-2 on the Embry-Riddle catcher. Talked about Bullen's time last inning at the College of Central Florida, where he led them to their first ever NJCAA national title during his time there as the catcher. Be hoping to lead the Eagles to some success as well. As I mentioned, they're 5-4 in the SSC this season. That is good enough for 4th place in the league. And the 3-2 pitch hit towards short. The throw from Ponce is not going to beat the catcher, and he has got an RBI single. Ponce was playing deep, and he bought himself some extra time to field it, but lost some time on the throw due to playing so far back and not able to get the Eagles catcher.
The right fielder, Aiden Korn.
So Bullen mentioned he's already got 9 stolen bases. And able to reach base that time. As Bullen stole second last time he was on base. 2 hits and 2 RBIs for Bullen and 2 runs scored for Mastromoro. That pitch inside to Korn. Now ahead 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 pitch, they're going to check him. They say that he went around a tough spot for the umpire to be in when he's behind the mound to rule whether or not Korn went around on the swing. He says he did. It's Brandon Marin behind the plate. Frank Endel, the base umpire. This one taken down the right field line. That'll be extra bases for the Eagles. Bullen rounds second, headed for third. He'll be told to go home, and then Korn is going to stop at second, and Bullen scores without a throw. So the Eagles going to work here in the bottom of inning number 5. They've grabbed 2 runs back, and it's now 6-3. 3 consecutive base hits. Mastromoro, Bullen, and then Korn scores 2 runs and has got Drew Clymer up to bat. And here comes a mound visit from the Spartans dugout. So Satin has had his worst outing of the season, had only given up 1 run all year in 44 innings. He has now given up 3 in 4 1/3. Thankfully, he has had some run support from a Spartans point of view, as they've scored 6 so far. I mentioned the only run Satin had given up all season was on a solo home run. That run coming against Georgia Southwestern, where he went 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 run. So the Eagles have got a season high in hits against Satin and also a season high in runs. Three runs on 7 hits for the pitcher that gives up less than 1 base runner per inning. A 0.6 whip, but now Clymer pops that one up, and the catch is made by Fiker. So plenty of time left to play in this one. Still 4 innings to go, and the Eagles get 2 runs back and a chance for more with Korn in scoring position. And now it is Malachi Pena. Pena takes that one to straightaway center field. Coming crashing in and making the diving grab is Javi Soto. So the Eagles come close to their 9th hit of the game, but Soto with the diving catch ends inning number 5, and they have to take their 2 runs, but they cut into the deficit, now 6-3.
Eagles down by 3.
We celebrate the athletes, the buzzer beaters, the record breakers, the wins. Now, it's time to celebrate the people behind it all. The advice givers, the community shapers, the game changers, the life changers. It's time to celebrate our coaches. Join all of us at BSN Sports and show your coach some love by sharing their story with #ThankYouCoach.
And leading off is the shortstop, Jesse Park.
So Newt Rocky back on the mound for the Eagles here on the SSC Digital Network as he faced 3 batters and got 3 outs. He inherited a tough situation when there was runners on first and second with nobody out. And that is where Newt left him after 3 consecutive outs, and now he gets to start with a clean inning. Already ahead 0-2 on the Spartans shortstop Jesse Ponce. And now the count goes 1-2. The former head coach of Embry-Riddle, Randy Stiegel, in the stadium this evening. Randy coaching 16 seasons here at Embry-Riddle with 551 career wins during that time. And this one hit up the middle past Rocky, but not past the diving glove of Feliciano. And there is the first out of the inning. I mentioned the Eagles had started to turn it around after the Spartans scored 4 runs in a row. When Rocky got 3 consecutive outs, they put together 3 consecutive hits in the bottom of the inning, and the trend continues with a nice play by Feliciano to keep the base paths empty. And now Martinez sends that one a long way, but well foul, all the way past the Eagle bullpen and into the parking lot. So Martinez 0 for 2 so far tonight. Popped out to second base, grounded out, and now another diving grab made in center field by Jack Bile. So 2 great defensive plays, and Rocky has sat down the first 5 batters that he has faced in order. We'll go to the top of the order now. The 4th time through the lineup, Javi Soto, the next player due up, looking for his first base hit of the evening. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. For Soto, listed at just 5'7", but he has shown off some power this season. 8 doubles, a triple, and 3 home runs for the center fielder. Soto, a junior, a JUCO transfer out of Santa Fe College. This one hit out towards left center field. It'll be playable for Bile. And on the warning track, he's able to make the grab. So 2 perfect innings for Rocky He hasn't let a Spartan reach base yet. And we'll go to the bottom of inning number 6 with the score still 6-3.
Go to the top of the inning. We go to the bottom. The Eagles down 3. Leading left fielder, Torn Foley.
So due up this inning for the Eagles 6, 7, and 8. Torrin Foley, Jack Bile, and Max McCluskey. Satin back out on the mound. He's thrown 64 pitches through the first 5 innings. And the first 2 of the 6th have missed the zone. Now 3 consecutive balls from Satin. Hasn't walked a batter yet tonight, but is in real danger of doing so now. His line currently reads 5 innings pitched, 7 hits, 3 earned runs, 5 strikeouts, and no walks. And 3 of the 7 hits have been for extra bases, a trio of doubles by Embry-Riddle, including 2 of them from Colin Mastromoro. Aiden Korn with the other. The 3-1 pitch misses for ball 4. So another leadoff runner for
The center fielder, Jack Bile.
Embry-Riddle, as Jack Bile will be the next batter due up. Nobody moving in the Spartan bullpen. They'll let their ace continue to work as their 5-run lead is shrunken down to 3, and the Eagles look to take an extra base on the pitch, and the throw goes into center field, but he will stay put. So a stolen base for Foley, and now another runner in scoring position with nobody out. For Foley, that is his 2nd stolen base of the season. Excuse me, 3rd. So he's now 3 for 4. The Eagles 2 for 8 with runners in scoring position today. Hitting over 300 as a team, where they are 7 for 23. But Bile behind 0-2. The next pitch to him catches him looking for strike 3.
Now batting the 3rd baseman.
So after his first walk of the night,
McCluskey.
Satin responds with his 6th strikeout. It'll be Max McCluskey with a chance to tack on one more run for the Eagles. This one hit down the 3rd baseline. It will stay fair, and they're going to have a play at 3rd, but no throw comes. So an infield single for the Spartans. aggressive play there from Foley, advancing from second to third. And Martinez not wanting to throw off his back foot towards Ponce. So he'll just eat it and hold it. And now runners on the corners for Vanacek. Vanacek at first, holding on McCluskey, and then Foley at third now, with Feliciano 2 up. So the first pitch to Feliciano into right field. There will be a tag from Foley, and the throw is not going to be in time, so a sac fly for the Eagles, and they get a run for the second consecutive inning, and they now trail just 6-4. They'll appeal down to third, and Foley did wait for the catch. So the run scores. They now trail it by just 2.
Back at the top of the
McCluskey stays put at first base.
order for the second baseman, Colin Mastromoro.
And now Mastromoro, who has seen the ball well out of Sattin's hand with 2 doubles and flew out to center field in his only other at-bat. The Eagles chipping away at the Tampa lead 1 run at a time. Feliciano not wasting any time on the sac fly. The first pitch he sees hits it deep enough to score Foley. And now Mastromoro swings through that one. So now 1-1 to the second baseman. For Mastromoro this season, he's had 3 doubles coming into the game. He's got 2 through the first 5 innings. Against Edward Waters on Tuesday, Mastromoro went 3 for 4 with 2 runs and a double, and now he fouls that one off. So after just 1 extra base hit in the first month and a half of the season, Mastromoro now has 4 doubles in his last 4 games. The Eagles happy to have him at the top of their batting order, leading the team in average this season, but has now added the element of extra bases into his game. Slugging .500 this season. And now the 1-2 pitch on the way from Sattin, and this one finds another gap. The 3rd hit of the day for Mastromoro, and the inning continues with a tying run on base. And another runner moving up 90 feet with McCluskey now on second.
The catcher.
So the top 4 hitters in the Eagles lineup, Mastromoro, Bullen, Korn, and Clymer, have combined to go 7 for 13. Hitting over .500 are the 1 through 4 hitters. It'll be Cole Bullen, the next Eagle due up, but the second mound visit of the evening coming as they look to visit Sattin. the fourth time through the Eagle lineup. They have all seen Satin enough times to get comfortable with them. Mastromouro just recorded his third hit of the game. Bullen is 2 for 3 with a pair of singles. And the two former Gators now going at it once again. Bullen starts this at-bat behind 0-1. The Eagles getting their first two-out base hit of the game right there through Mastromouro when he singled through the left side. Bullen singled to short and is also singled into right field. Anywhere will work now, trailing by just 2. 2-1 delivery, hit out towards center field, a long run for Soto, and he is not going to get there, off the wall. The Eagles have tied the game through Cole Bullen, his third base hit of the day. The Eagles with their fourth double of the afternoon, and they have now tied it at 6 in inning number 6. Both Mastromouro and McCluskey come in to score. Embry-Riddle has now got 6 runs on 10 hits. And another runner out in scoring position as Bullen earns the team's 4th double. So Satin continues to search for his stuff that he's had all season. In 44 innings of work, Satin had only given up 1 run all season long. He's now given up 6 runs in 6 innings on 10 hits. And the 1-0 pitch, although dropped, does find the zone. Irigoyen behind the plate for Tampa. The next pitch from Satin, that's his 86th of the evening. And there is now some action in the Tampa bullpen, as Newt Rocky has been the Eagles' arm out of the bullpen so far tonight. He's gone 2 innings, and there is a long drive there from Aiden Korn. If it's fair, it's gone, and it's going to stay fair. 5 runs in the inning for the Eagles, and they take an 8-6 lead. 8 runs on 11 hits. Aiden Korn to left field, and that is gone by a long distance. The Eagles dugout a long way out onto the field as they know what they have just done. 5 runs in the inning, and they claim the lead at 8-6. For Aiden Korn, that is his 2nd home run of the season. The team's 8th, and it was a no-doubter off the bat. Korn knew that it was gone and had a great view of it, watching it all the way before his trot around the bases. The bats have come to life now. 7 runs in the last 2 innings. Clymer looked to continue that trend with that swing, but unable to make contact. This one chopped back towards Satin. He'll field it. The underhand toss ends inning number 6, but not before the Eagles tack on 5 runs, and they take their first lead of the night. Embry-Riddle 8, Tampa 6, the new score as we head to inning number 7.
And leading off the top of the inning is the right fielder, Braden Woodburn.
So Newt Rocky, after just going 2 innings this whole season, has had 2 perfect innings. Here this evening, sat down 6 batters in order. He has had a long break in between as the Eagles put 5 runs across the plate in the bottom of the 6th. But he's back into the strike zone as he evens the count 1-1 against Braden Woodburn. So he's got the heart of the order, 2, 3, and 4 due up for Tampa. Behind Woodburn is Gunnett Carlson and then Irigoyen. And it's now 2-2 to the Spartans' number 2, who was 1 for 3 with a double this evening. Doubled down the right field line in the first inning. Popped out to first in the third and then grounded out to third in his last AB. So the count goes full to the right fielder. As the teams have now combined for 14 runs on 16 hits. And Tampa has just earned their 7th walk of the game.
Now batting designated hitter, Gunnett Carlson.
It'll be Gunnett Carlson, the next player up to bat, as Carlson has not been retired yet this evening. He is 2 for 2. An RBI single in the first, a solo home run in the third, and then he walked in the 5th. The blue and gold would love a clean inning after just taking the lead in the bottom of the 6th. So there is some action in the bullpen for the Eagles, as they have got a lefty out there getting loose. It's Irigoyen on deck before the left-handed bat of Jake Books would come up to bat. The count now 2-1 to the DH Carlson. Now 3-1. For Gunnett Carlson, the senior out of Tampa, Florida. And Woodburn over on first base with 14 stolen bases. Tied for the team lead in that category. And they'll take off on the pitch, the 3-2. Strike him out. Not able to throw him out, but they do send Carlson back to the dugout for the first time tonight. Would have been a huge momentum shift there had they caught Woodburn stealing. But they'll take the out, and now it'll be Irigoyen, the senior out of Winter Garden, Florida. And the first pitch to the catcher misses for ball 1. So Irigoyen flew out his first 2 at-bats, was walked in the 5th. He's hitting .371 this season with an OPS over 1 in the base hit up the middle. They're going to hold Woodburn at third. They respect the arm enough by Bile in center field, plus it was a hard hit ball. So not enough time for Woodburn to get going and up to speed enough to score. So now runners on the corners for Tampa and one away here in the 7th. Irigoyen's first base hit of the game, and now here is the lefty, Jake Books. I wonder if the call to the bullpen will be made, and it will be. So Coach Thurno looking for the left-on-left matchup, and they will have it when we come back. Books into the box. We'll give you the starting pitcher's information when we have it, but he'll have runners on the corners and just one away when he enters.
Taking the mound for Embry-Riddle, left-hand pitcher number 44, Spencer Marinac. Your attention, please. Pitch hitting in the number 4 position for Joander Irigoyen. Number 13, Jordan Evans.
So both teams making a change. A little bit of a chess match going on here when the Eagles go to the bullpen for the lefty arm of Spencer Marinac. The Spartans go to the bench for a pinch hitter. And the pinch hitter
for Walker, for Jake Books batting 5th. Once again, 13.
The pinch hitter is going to be Jordan Evans. Talked about him leading the team in batting average, doubles, triples, RBIs, and stolen bases. So he wasn't in the starting lineup, but he makes an appearance in a big-time spot here. Fresh off the bench. And now the count 2-1. Marinac versus Evans with a tying run on first base, and now the count goes 2-2. So Marinac in his 4th season with the Eagles. He has become a reliable arm. His 7th appearance out of the bullpen this year. He has got a 1.3 ERA. And now Evans isn't pleased with being hit. And now it looks like Evans will be replaced. So a painful couple of seconds. His game is now over. He was hit by a pitch in the at-bat. Now he heads back to the dugout. and a pinch runner for Evans, so that will probably explain why he wasn't in the lineup. He's not fully healthy. They wanted to give him the chance to grab the bat, but he wasn't able to use it before he was hit by a pitch, and now the bases are loaded. So Walker Vanacek, he is 0 for 1 with 2 walks. The base is loaded and swings through the first pitch. Woodburn's on third, Irigoyen on second, and the pinch runner at first base will be Dennis McCaffrey. So Books was replaced by Evans to pinch hit, and Evans is replaced by McCaffrey as the pinch runner. The count 0-2 to the first baseman. This one high for ball 1. The Spartans are 3 for 12 with runners on base this evening and 3 for 10 with runners in scoring position, and now 3 for 11 as Marinak gets a timely strikeout for the second out of the inning. And now Luke Fiker, he's 0 for 3 today, but that could all be forgotten if he gets a base hit here. He flew out in the second and the fifth, and then he reached on an error, and this one hit towards right field. A long run for Korn, and he's not able to make the grab. He hit the home run to give the Eagles the lead, but now the Spartans are going to reclaim the lead. A 3-run triple for Luke Fiker. So how the game has changed once again. The Eagles trailed it 6-1. They score 7 unanswered runs to take an 8-6 lead. And now a bases clearing triple for Fiker's first base hit of the game. And they lead it 9-8. A heck of an effort for Korn to even get that close to it, really, as far deep as you could hit it without going over the fence. And now another run just 90 feet away. The Eagles will look to leave him stranded there as Jesse Ponce is 2 for 3 today, a single, and he has also got a triple. Two triples for the Spartans today, and this one hit towards Feliciano at short. He can't make the play. It'll bounce into left field, looking to take an extra bag, and then a wide turn and headed back is Ponce. But his third base hit of the game gives the Spartans their 4th run of the inning, and they now lead it again by 2.
Third baseman Jack Martinez.
So after a few low-scoring pitchers' duels to begin the season and conference play for the Eagles, this one is turned into a slugfest. 18 runs on 19 hits, and we're only in the top of the 7th. Still plenty of time to go as Jack Martinez is the next player due up. That one hit foul past the Embry-Riddle bullpen. The 1-1 pitch should get the Eagles out of the inning. Mastromoro has got the read on it, and he makes the grab for the 3rd out. So the Eagles had 5 in the bottom of the 6th. The Spartans have 4 in the top of the 7th, and I'm sure we have got plenty of more action when we return after the break. The 7th inning stretch is upon us.
4 runs, 1 hit. Changes for the Spartans, moving from center field to left field, number 20, Javier Soto. Moving from right field to second base, number 2, Braden Woodburn. Staying in the game to play right field and back fifth, number 16, Dennis McCaffrey. And leading off the bottom of the inning, the first baseman, Malachi Pena.
So this game continues to
Moving
take
from second base to pitch,
some
Spartans,
twists and turns.
Luke Fiker.
Luke Fiker, who was the second baseman the first 6 innings of the game, is now on the mound. And his first batter he'll face is Malachi Pena. You go from the traditional arm of satin to the submarine sidearm of Fiker, a much different throwing angle to try and read and get adjusted to quickly. And Pena able to make the adjustment as he has got a leadoff single to begin the bottom of the 7th. No matter the angle it's coming from, the hitters have had success from both sides tonight. For Pena, that's his first hit of the game. And now Torrin Foley. With Pena reaching base there, every Eagle that has come up to the plate has reached base safely tonight. The count now 1-0 to Foley, who walked in his last at bat. This one fouled off. For Fiker this season, a 0.74 ERA. But ERAs have been thrown out the window tonight, as Satin had only given up 1 run all season long. He gave up 8 tonight. Sattin's final line will read like this: 6 innings pitched, 11 hits, 8 earned runs, 6 strikeouts, and a walk, giving up 4 doubles and a home run amongst the 11 hits. For the Eagles, Aiden Marsiglio's line, 4 innings pitched, 5 hits, 6 runs, only 3 of them earned. Did issue 5 walks, but also recorded a strikeout. Newt Rocky goes a season high 2 1/3, giving up just 1 hit, 2 runs, and 2 strikeouts. And Spencer Marinak got the last 2 outs of the inning. Has also given up 2 runs. And the battle continues here between Foley and Fiker. So Fiker's thrown 12.1 innings already this season. He's recorded a pair of saves, but has now got a pair of base runners on base.
Center fielder, Jack Bile.
So Jack Bile will be the next Eagle due up with the tying run on base. As Malachi Pena is at second, Foley now at first. The corners coming in expecting a bunt from Bile. He does square around early, gets the bunt down the first base line. The only play is going to be at first. And the center fielder does his job well at the first attempt. And now 2 runners in scoring position for Max McCluskey.
Now batting third baseman, Max McCluskey.
So a base hit here could tie the game once again. The Eagles looking to pull off the upset of the number 2 team in the country. March Madness has transitioned all the way onto the baseball field here this evening. McCluskey with a .397 average this season, and now ahead in the count 2-0. Fouls that one off to move 2-1. Fiker has got 11 strikeouts in 12.1 innings pitched. His 9th appearance out of the bullpen. And now evens the count at 2-2. So similar to Sattin, Fiker's only given up 1 run all season long. This one chopped. There will be another run on the board for the Eagles, and McCluskey's able to beat out the throw. An infield single for the third baseman, and now it's 10-9. The 13th hit of the day for Embry-Riddle. And Malachi Pena comes in to score after a single of his own. So runners on the corners, 1 away. And we've got Francisco Feliciano, who comes to Embry-Riddle from Puerto Rico, looks to lay down the bunt. The toss home is going to be in time, according to the umpires. And the Eagles can't tie the game at 10. So Foley was taking off as soon as the bunt was laid down. It was back up the middle, which worked out nicely for Fiker not having to move to his left or right. And after playing second base, becomes a much easier throw for a typical infielder. Pitchers don't deal with grounders too much, and you sometimes see it go awry. But that one cleanly played by the Spartans, and they stay in front by 1. At least for the moment, as Colin Mastromoro has already got 3 base hits and 3 runs scored tonight. One more here could still tie the game, as McCluskey is now at second, Feliciano at first. The first 2 pitches missed the zone, the third outside. So trying to pitch around the hot-hitting second baseman. But if he reaches base, Cole Bullen would come up to bat, and there is ball 4. So the bases are loaded, and Bolin, who is also 3 for 4, will come up to bat in a high-pressure situation.
Catcher, Cole
Both
Bolin.
on the mound and at the plate. With the bases loaded and 2 away, as we start to approach the late stages of this one, the bottom of the 7th. And what is now 8:18, a little bit over 2 hours played. It has been a dramatic back and forth, high-scoring affair. Tampa got it started in the top of the first inning with a run. The Eagles get it back in the bottom of the first. Then Tampa scores 5 straight to take a 6-1 lead. The Eagles respond with 7 runs of their own. They went ahead 8-6 after 6 innings. And Tampa scored 4 runs in the top of the 7th to take a 10-8 lead, and the Eagles have got 1 run across the plate. And now a chance for more with the bases loaded. But there are 2 away. So there is no other option. There's only 2 choices. The Eagles will either tie the game up this at bat, or the inning will come to an end. The 1-0 pitch in there for strike 1. The 1-1 pitch in there for strike 2. We have got a drone show going on behind the baseball field, so the fans not knowing which way to look right now. The 1-2 pitch misses for ball 2. The 2-2 pitch fouled off, heads up in the Tampa dugout. As I mentioned, it's the 100th anniversary of Embry-Riddle, the centennial celebration going on all weekend long. The baseball stadium looking for a reason to celebrate as well. With 2 outs, the runners will go on contact, giving Feliciano a great chance to score on any base hit into the outfield. And the Spartans thought they had strike 3 there. Ruled to be just outside for ball 3. A couple questions from the Spartans dugout to just confirm that that was outside. And now the 3-2 pitch with 2 outs, and Bolin fouls it off of himself. So with the full count and 2 away, the runners are taking off on the pitch. It would definitely score 2 runs, any base hit here from the Eagles catcher. He's already got 3 hits tonight, looking for 1 more. This one over the head, and it'll be just foul. Just a few inches on the wrong side of the right field line. The Eagle bench was already out of the dugout and ready to celebrate. Everybody on edge right now. It feels like it's the bottom of the 9th inning in a postseason game. We're still in March in the 7th inning. It's been that high level, an enthralling game tonight in the next 3-2 pitch, and that one is ruled to be strike 3. A late call from the umpire, and Dave Thurno has just been ejected. It was a late call from the umpire. He does say that it is strike 3, and the Eagle bench can't believe it. In a one-run game, a 3-2 pitch. The call that much more significant. And the umpire called strike 3. Hard to believe for anybody wearing blue and gold. But the inning has come to an end. The Spartans lead at 10-9.
With your Eagles down by 1. And leading off the top of the 8th inning is the left fielder, Javier Soto.
So the dramatics continue here at Sliwa Stadium. And now we're going to have a pitch clock violation called against the Eagles. So I'm not sure anybody has really settled down since the end of the 7th inning, as a strike 3 call with the bases loaded and 2 outs drew the ire of the Embry-Riddle crowd in the Embry-Riddle dugout. And the Eagles are now under the direction of associate head coach Chuck Stiegel, as Dave Thurno has been ejected in between innings. And the count will be 1 ball and no strikes due to the pitch clock violation. Spencer Marinak still on the mound for Embry-Riddle after he got the last 2 outs in the top of the 7th. So due up for the Spartans, Javi Soto, the leadoff batter, as we now go through the lineup for the 5th time. Soto, Woodburn, and Carlson. Soto hasn't had his best day, at least at the plate. He's made a couple nice plays in center field, and that one just foul, as Soto is 0 for 4 today. We'll see what other notable events we'll have in the next 2 innings, as Bolin fouled a pitch off by just inches before a debatable strike 3 call was made to end the inning. And now the count 2-2. And this one hit into right field. Korn doesn't have to take a step to get the out. So Merrimack will be happy that he's able to inherit a clean inning. And now Merrimack will face Braden Woodburn. He had a double in the first inning down the right field line, but is 1 for 3 on the day. The first pitch he sees gets underneath of Bullen, tracking it along with Pena. That one ends up just out of play. So the count now 0-1 after that foul ball. Woodburn watches that one miss high. So Tampa averaging 9.7 runs per game. They are right about their average right now, and this one hit into left field. Foley and Bile converging. Bile calls him off and makes the grab for the second out of inning number 8.
Number 25, A.J. Graham.
So the Eagles have got 2 arms loosening in the bullpen, but probably only be called upon if Merrimack gives up a base runner. 2 up, 2 down to start off, and now we have got a pinch hitter for the Spartans. It'll be A.J. Graham, who is now playing in left field. He replaced Gunnett Carlson after there was a change all across the diamond when Fiker moved from second base to pitch. And they had a pinch hitter and a pinch runner in the same inning. But with McCluskey having a read on this one, he loses his footing but holds on to the ball. 3 up, 3 down, and the Eagles will look to take the lead for one final time here in the bottom of the 8th. 10-9, the score stays.
50 years of the Sunshine State Conference, inspired champions, and built a legacy rooted in excellence. A legacy built from a single sport to a conference of national champions.
The national championship.
Threaded through geography, fueled by growth, defined by excellence. 135 team national titles, 173 individual champions, and hundreds of scholar All-Americans. Always at the top of NCAA Division II. Looking ahead, we reflect on where we started, where we are, and where we're going. The Sunshine State Conference, where success thrives.
Leading off the bottom of the inning is the right fielder, Aiden Korn.
So Aiden Korn will lead off the inning. 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Eagles. Korn, Clymer, and Pena. Korn is already 2 for 4 tonight. Started off 0 for 2, but an RBI double in the 5th, and then a long two-run homer in the 6th. Luke Fiker still on the mound, the Submariner. For Tampa. Now the 2-1 pitch. That one fouled off of Irigoyen. Korn hitting .354 this season as we take a second for Irigoyen to collect himself after that foul ball. Couldn't see where it caught him, but any part of the body after it's fouled off the bat is never gonna feel good. So the at-bat will resume with the count 2-2. And now one more instruction from the umpire before the pitch does actually come. So a long last couple of innings. We've had 10 runs scored in the last 2 innings, and there is strike 3. Korn caught looking that time. It'll be Drew Clymer. The DH for the Eagles tonight. 1 for 4 with a single up the middle in the 4th inning. Clymer swings the first pitch he sees. Ponce able to stop it from reaching the grass, and then a long throw is in time. Another great play by the Spartans shortstop, who has had himself a good night tonight.
First baseman,
so now Malachi Pena. He scored the lone run in the 7th inning, where the Eagles cut the deficit in half, but couldn't push that 10th run across. But now Pena with a single back up the middle. That'll extend the inning for Torin Foley to come up to bat, and it looks like we will have a pinch runner for Malachi Pena. Zach Banks making his way out of the dugout to pinch run for the Embry-Riddle first baseman.
Pitch running at first base.
So Banks will run. Foley will have the bat. Zach Banks, a local player out of Daytona Beach, went to Seabreeze High School. Banks this season 1 for 1 on stolen bases, has got a nice lead over there at first. Stays put on the first pitch as Foley fouls it off. So Foley has walked each of his last 2 trips to the plate. Came around to score back in the 6th after stealing second. Banks takes off looking to get a bag of his own. The pitch fouled off. So Fiker has never gone more than 2 innings in a game this season. He's gone 1.2 right now. We'll see if he is given a chance at a third or if there is a closer for the Spartans when we get to the 9th inning. But still a long way to go before then, especially with how this game is played out tonight. 19 runs on 21 hits between the two teams. And the count now 2-2 to Foley with 2 away. This one inside, and that looked to hit him. It says it hit the bat instead of Foley trying to duck out of the way. So a foul ball, and it'll remain even. The pitch on the way, and Foley swings through it. So the 8th inning comes to an end. Fiker gets a strikeout to end the 8th, and Tampa stays in front 10-9.
Leading off the inning is the right fielder.
The first pitch of the 9th inning lands on top of the
inning is the catcher.
Tampa dugout as Irigoyen, McCaffrey, and Vanacek 4, 5, and 6. The 3 coming up to bat in inning number 9. Marinak continues to work. It's gone an inning and 2/3 so far. And a reminder that these two teams will be in action again tomorrow, a doubleheader starting at 1 o'clock. This first game has lived up to expectations as the check down to first says that he didn't swing. A couple more boos from the crowd ring out. But a 1 p.m. first pitch for the first game of that doubleheader. It'll be must-watch TV with how good this first game has been. The Spartans looking to hold on to their perfect SSC record. They are 9-0 so far in the league, 23-4 overall in the season. In the first at bat of the inning results in a line out to center field as Irigoyen has now flown out to all 3 outfielders. Dennis McCaffrey, who came in as a pinch runner, will now grab the bat, but after a visit from Coach Chuck Stiegel. So McCaffrey hitting .231 this season. Wonder if this may be to give the scouting report on McCaffrey, as he was not in the starting lineup. And this is his first at-bat of the evening. Make sure everybody knows the assignment, as we don't have much time left to play. Every run would mean that much more here in the 9th inning. The new first baseman for the Eagles after Malachi Pena was pinch run for is Aiken Santana. But every other starter still out there in the field. Bowling behind the plate, catches strike one there. So McCaffrey 3 for 13 on the season. One of those 3 hits was a double, but now he's behind 0-2. So it's been hit or miss for McCaffrey. In 13 at-bats, he's also got 6 strikeouts. Striking out nearly half the time, and Merrimack looking to make it one more. Count now 1-2. McCaffrey did come around to score as the pinch runner, and now he does go down on strikes for the second out of the inning. Merrimack continues to deal, and now it will be another mound visit, and that should signal the end of the night for Spencer Merrimack. So 2 innings out of the bullpen for the lefty. He gives up 2 runs, and it looks like Isaiah Eberhardt may be the next pitcher out of the bullpen for Embry-Riddle in this 10-9 contest.
Taking the mound for Embry-Riddle, number 39, right-hand pitcher, Isaiah Eberhardt.
So Isaiah Eberhardt out of the bullpen and onto the mound, and it is hard to have got off to a better start than Eberhardt has this season. This will be his 11th appearance out of the bullpen. We talked about Satin and Fiker having only given up 1 run all season. Eberhardt has not given up any runs, a 0.0 ERA for Eberhardt through 16 innings. Doesn't need a long outing today, just get 1 out. keep the score here at 10-9 as he faces Vanacek. And he gets him quickly behind 0-2. 2 walks in his first 2 at-bats for Vanacek before he flew out to left field and then struck out looking. Now the 0-2 pitch with 2 away. And there is strike 3. So Eberhardt, with 3 pitches, gets 1 out. And now the Eagles will need just 1 run to extend this game in the bottom of the 9th. The Eagles dugout with plenty of noise right now. They're ready to go. We will be back shortly.
Welcome to the plate from your Eagles and their team, Jack Bile.
So Jack Bile will lead off the bottom of the 9th inning. Luke Fiker looking to go a season-long 3 innings. So far, his line reads like this: 2 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 earned run with 3 strikeouts and 2 walks. Bile grounds this one to third. Coming in and making the throw and getting the first out is Martinez. Also give credit to Vanacek on the pick that time.
Up to bat number 4, Max McCluskey.
And it'll be Max McCluskey. Now up to bat. He has singled each of his last 2 times to the plate. Scored in the 6th, an RBI single in the 7th for the third baseman. 1 pitch, grounder to second base, and the throw is in time for the second out of the inning. So 2 quick outs for Luke Fiker. And now we'll go to the 9-hole hitter, Francisco Feliciano. Looking for his first base hit of the night, and it couldn't come at a bigger time. The top of the order has been so good today. Looking for just 1 more chance. Master Moro's 3 for 4. Bullen's 3 for 5. Feliciano has to reach base in order to go to the top of the order for the 6th time. This grounder will be towards Ponce at short, and the throw is in time to end the game. So the Spartans take game 1 of the 3-game series by a final score of 10-9. It was back and forth the entire way. But the Spartans prevail with a 1-run victory, and they improve to 10-0 in conference play. They're now 24-4 on the season, The Eagles drop to 5-5, but will love that they get 2 more chances at the Spartans tomorrow afternoon. That game will start at 1 p.m. of the doubleheader. We'll go through the Eagles stat sheet quickly. Colin Mastromoro goes 3 for 4 with 3 runs and 2 doubles. Cole Bullen goes 3 for 5 with 4 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Aiden Korn goes 2 for 5 with a double and a home run. Malachi Pena also with a pair of base hits. Jack Bile 1 for 4. Max McCluskey 2 for 5. On the mound, Aiden Marsiglio got it started 4 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs. Newt Rocky goes 2 1/3 out of the bullpen. Marinac also a similar stat line of 2 1/3. And then Isaiah Eberhardt gets the last out of the game. For Tampa, they did a little bit of everything. They only had 7 hits but scored 10 runs after they earned themselves 6 walks plus a hit by pitch. And on the mound, Robert Satin went 6 innings, had only given up 1 run all season. He gives up 8 tonight. Luke Fiker goes a season-high 3 innings, and Tampa wins it 10-9. This has been Zach Phillips bringing you Embry-Riddle Baseball on the SSC Digital Network.